Hi, I'm Jamie Cohen with Cohen and Broche Law Offices. I want to talk to you today about business visas to the United States. Business visas are non-immigrant visas to the United States. What does that mean? That means you're coming to the U.S. to work temporarily. That doesn't mean that you're going to be able to stay there forever or get a green card, which is permanent residence, which in some cases you can convert them to green cards. But the reality is you're coming there for, let's say, anywhere from 2 to maybe 7 or 8 years to work in the United States. These are the kinds of visas that you need to know about. So what are your options? Well, first of all, let's say you're a professional. Let's say you're a person that is, let's say, a computer programmer, or you work in network design, or you're a teacher. In other words, you're someone that has a university education, and your desire is to fill a position in the United States that is a professional position, something in your field. What do you need? Basically, you have, first of all, you need an American sponsor. You have to have American business or American company that wants to hire you. And then they have to basically apply for you for this position. What are the requirements of this position? Well, again, the position has to be professional, has to be in your field. So let's say if it's in the computer programming field, the position would have to be in computer programming, and you would have to show that you have the education and experience to fill that position. But if so, then you would be potentially eligible for that. It's a very popular visa, very well known. The only downside of it is that there's a limited number of visas in this category, which means that the employer can only apply for this visa for you in April the early April of each year. And then the visas don't become available until the following October. And even then you might not get it because there's such a limitation on the number that you might not be the number of that would actually get it, because they subject it to a lottery. But anyway, if you're in that category of a professional university degree, you have a sponsor in the United States, the H-1B is probably the visa for you. What other options are there? Let's say you work for a foreign company that has a subsidiary in the United States. And that company, that foreign company, wants to transfer you to the U.S. Then the L visa is for you. This is a visa that where the foreign company transfers a professional person to the U.S. subsidiary. What do you need to do? Basically, the U.S. company applies for you. You have to show that you are either a manager of the foreign company or an executive or a person of specialized knowledge. And you have to have worked for that foreign company for at least a year. If you fit into that category, then that might be the visa for you. They're not that difficult to get, but there's a lot required, again, to get these visas, and you definitely need professional help to get them. But if you work for a foreign company that has a subsidiary in the U.S. and they're transferring you to the U.S., the L visa is for you. Let's say you're a person that has some significant abilities. Let's say you're a musician or an artist or an athlete, or you're an outstanding businessman, or you're a scientist and you're pretty well known in your country. Then the O visa may be the visa for you. These are visas that are designed for people with extraordinary ability. In other words, they're well known in their country. They've been written about, or they've been published, or if they're musicians, they've recorded music and they've been listened to on the radio, or whatever the situation is. And you need, if you have a sponsor in the U.S., in other words, a company wants to hire you for that position, or let's say you have an agent that if you're an athlete or a musician, or you have an agent who wants to bring you for gigs in the U.S., then this is the visa for you. You can get in that way. So that's a perfect visa in those kinds of categories. Another visa is, let's say you are a musical group and you want to come to tour in the United States for a short period of time. Then you are looking for a P visa. These are performance visas. These are the kinds of visas that do like touring in the United States for various types of performances. Again, you need, let's say, an agent or a company that will sponsor you to do that kind of thing. Or even if you're doing, let's say, a television show. You're involved in television. They want to do a television show in the U.S. This would be the kinds of visa the P or the O would fit your category. Finally, let me cover the religious worker. Let's say you're a rabbi or a minister, you're working in a religious occupation in your country, and that same denomination wants you to work for an institution in the United States. then you may be eligible for an R visa, a religious workers visa. Basically, you just have to, again, have been working for that same religious denomination in the foreign country, and then the U.S. affiliate of that group can then bring you to work in the United States for that purpose. This gives you an idea of the types of business visas that are available in the United States. If you fit into one of these categories, please contact us at Cohen & Broach Law Offices. And you can look at our website, immilawoffice.com, or our other YouTube videos for more information. But please contact us if you're thinking of a visa to the U.S. Thank you.